A man discovered a treasure map in a museum. In order to steal the treasure map, he went to the curator's office. During the conversation with the curator, he found that the curator was collecting medals but was missing one, and that very medal happened to be in his possession. To get the curator's fingerprints, Eddie put invisible fluorescent powder into a water cup, stirred it evenly with a spoon, then soaked the medal in the fluorescent liquid and put it into a gift box. Eddie sent it anonymously to the museum curator. The curator was very happy when she received it, and when she picked up the medal, her fingerprints were left on it. On the other side, his accomplice Jack disguised himself as a tourist and came to the museum. He installed a laser light on his camera and shone it on the heat-sensing device of the treasure map display case. The alarm went off, and the curator received a call from the security guard. Upon receiving the news, she quickly went to the vault. When she entered the password, the fluorescent liquid on her fingers was also left on the keyboard. In the evening, Eddie disguised himself as a maintenance worker and successfully entered the museum. He took off his disguise overalls in the bathroom and then sneaked into the dance party. Eddie handed the curator a glass of champagne, so that fingerprints would be left on the glass. Eddie pretended to talk to her, and after the curator finished drinking the champagne, Eddie took her wine glass. He went to the bathroom again, took out a bottle of liquid and a ball of cotton from his pocket, dropped the liquid on the cotton, then put the glass and cotton into a bag and sealed it. After a while, the fingerprints on the glass appeared. Eddie put on finger cots, took the glass out of the bag, and then extracted the fingerprints from the glass. Eddie came to the elevator door and successfully entered the elevator leading to the vault using the curator's fingerprints. The surveillance footage had been hacked by Jack, so Eddie went all the way unimpeded to the vault. He took out a flashlight and shone it on the keyboard, and the fluorescent liquid on it appeared. Eddie told Jack these letters, and Jack used a computer to rearrange all the letters to get the correct order of the password. Eddie opened the vault door, walked to the display case, lifted the dust cover, and then used tools to remove the display case. When Eddie took the entire photo frame to the elevator door, another group of thieves also entered the museum. They also came to steal the treasure map and found Eddie. One of them took out a pistol and shot at Eddie. Eddie used the photo frame to block the bullet, entered the elevator and closed the door. Eddie dismantled the photo frame, took out the treasure map from it, rolled it up, and then put it into a bag. Eddie left the scene as if nothing had happened, then went to the place where replicas were sold, took out a replica of the treasure map, and bought it for $35. The curator learned through the front desk staff that Eddie was not invited to the dance party. She noticed that Eddie was just leaving, so she followed him out of the museum. She saw the treasure map in Eddie's hand. Inside the museum, the security guards found that the treasure map was missing and immediately pressed the alarm. When the curator heard the alarm, she knew that something in the museum had been stolen and shouted for security. Eddie didn't want to make a big deal out of it, so he gave the treasure map to the curator, but this was discovered by the other group of thieves. When the curator was about to return to the museum, they drove up to her, snatched the treasure map, and when they happily opened it, they found that it was actually the replica bought for $35.